gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever is watching my channel, welcome back. First of all, thank you to all those guys who subscribe and support my channel, because the growth of this channel is really important, not only to me but also to all those people who will end up being touched by all of the, something's flying around here, those people who will be touched by the content and what I have to share with you, because I do have quite a bit that I can share with you. Very recently I posted a video that's talking about how to find a perfect vacation package for you and your family. You can check out that video. It's really useful if you are looking to schedule something, because I notice a lot of people struggle with that kind of stuff and asking me questions. So I decided to make a quick video tutorial that shows you how you can find your own package without relying on any travel agencies. And you know what, I didn't think I'm gonna go and do that thing, but I decided before the summer starts, this is the crazy busy season for me, is about to start, I decided to go ahead and take a vacation myself, which I'm gonna be showing you shortly. I went to Mexico, Cancun. I actually didn't go to Cancun exactly directly into Cancun. I went somewhere closer to Playa del Carmen, which is about an hour away from Cancun, and I stayed in a hotel that is right in between of Cancun and Playa del Carmen, so it's right in the middle. And it was amazing. It was such a great experience. It was about a 4.4-star hotel, and it had all sorts of foods and drinks and a ton of stuff. Lots of people there. They had their own theater. It was really cool that the hotel that I was in, it was actually like three different hotels. One was for adults only, where there was no kids allowed in that section. There was the one for families, and there was another one. And I had access to all three, which was amazing. It was really great times. It was really good experience, good company. I went with my girlfriend. It was really good times. We ate a lot, we drank, not a lot, but a good amount, and we definitely enjoyed that time. It was really short. We only went for 5 days. The worst part of the whole thing was getting there, and even worse was getting back, because it was just brutal. Flights were delayed on the way there. We thankfully were traveling overnight, so we ended up leaving Las Vegas late at night, and we arrived in Mexico early in the morning. It was 2 flights. There was no direct flights from Las Vegas to Mexico, not to Cancun in particular at least. And then once we got there, it was too early for check-in, but the hotel was nice enough to give us our bracelets, and we were already able to enjoy all of the perks. We were able to enjoy the buffets, all the food, the swimming pools, the beach if we wanted to, and they were even holding on to our luggage, so we don't have to hold that around. The only thing we can do is take a shower until we actually got our room, which was amazing. The room was great too. It was really amazing, good times. And then on the way back, it took us over 20 hours to get back. It took us about 12-13 hours to get there, and even longer, 21 to 22 hours to get back, including the really extremely long layover. And I'm also taking into account how long it took us to get to the airport. The main point of this video is I want to share a couple things with you about how you should do things when you're going to a new country, especially if you haven't been there before. And it's really important, because you can end up wasting and spending a lot more than you expected, or you might be able to get good deals and stuff. So a couple of real quick pointers that I want to give you is, first of all, arrange your ride. When you get to the place, to the actual country, make sure you have a ride arranged, because otherwise you're going to be ripped off, even if you speak Spanish. You know, I have a basic understanding of Spanish, and I was still ripped off, because let's put it that way, I was really tired and I didn't feel like bargaining and arguing with anyone. I just wanted to get there. The 2 flights were so long that I didn't feel like looking for a good deal or asking around, waiting. I just wanted to get there and get it over with. And for that I paid a premium. And some people don't mind that, but if you're living on a budget, you have to make sure that you do everything in advance, because that will save you a lot of money. For example, when I booked with Travelocity or Expedia, they offered me a $78 shuttle from the airport to the hotel, and then from the hotel back to the airport, which means under $40, right? $39 each way to and from. I paid $70, and that's after a lot of negotiation. I paid $70 one way, and then I figured out a way to pay $50 on the way back. So I paid about $120 overall instead of $80. So I overpaid $40 by not doing it in advance. So that's first pointer. Make sure you arrange your ride in advance because you might save a lot of money that way. The second thing you should really consider, if you are planning on doing any excursions and actually seeing the country and not just staying in your hotel, make sure you also arrange that in advance, because when you get there, our hotel charged 120 and up for any excursion, and that only includes really the ride and a couple drinks. But once you're there at the location of the excursion, nothing else is included, and you have to pay even more extra. But when you arrange those things from a website like Travelocity or whatever, TripAdvisor, whatever you can arrange that from, you're gonna save a lot more money. Because I saw things on website online for $40 and $50 per person that were offered to us for $120 to $200 a person by the hotel itself. So when you get there, it's gonna cost you more. So make sure you arrange all those things in advance too. And lastly, of course, read all the reviews as much as possible. The hotel that I was staying in was amazing, but there was a really big downside to it. The beach, which is the major part of your vacation, is going to the beach, enjoying the ocean, enjoying the sea, the sun, all that stuff is really important. And our beach was terrible. It was actually impossible to get into the water from where we were staying. All the seaweed was blocking the whole way, and you couldn't get in unless you have some kind of water shoes, which I didn't have them on me, but in reality I definitely could have used them. However, if you walk down the beach to the next resort, the beach got so much better. It's much more taken care of and cleaner, and people are actually swimming over there. But from my resort, there was no direct access to the water, and it also smelled disgusting. So after reading some reviews, I actually found one person out of all the reviews, only one person mentioned that, and I don't know why, because it's a major thing in my opinion, and you could have avoided that also by reading the reviews. However, it's not that big of a deal, because overall, I mean, 5 to 10 minute walk across the beach is not a big deal to go swimming. If you want your resort to have an amazing beach right there and there, available, accessible to you, that's of course that's something you can find online through your reviews. And just overall, if you don't plan in advance those kind of things, you're gonna run into a lot of extra expenses that you're not allocating for. I allocated a few $100s for spending to have fun, maybe going to excursions. None of that happened just because it was so much more expensive than getting it online, and I didn't see the point of that. Plus, I would be wasting a whole day outside of the resort, which was all-inclusive and paid for. So if I'm paying even more money to go somewhere else and spend that day elsewhere, not inside the resort, I'm also missing out on all those benefits that I already paid for. So again, make sure you do your research, make sure you read all the reviews, and prepare up front in advance if you don't want to run into a lot of extra expenses that you're not planning for. To summarize, make sure you plan your transportation in advance, make sure you plan all the excursions in advance, and definitely make sure that you read all of the reviews for, or as many as possible, for the resort you're going to stay in before you book, just to make sure there is no unpleasant surprises. But overall, I definitely recommend checking out Mexico. It's fun times. You will have to spend more money than you're probably planning, because you have to do COVID tests these days to fly back. You have to make sure that transportation, everything is expensive, and really hard to negotiate in Mexico. I thought it would be easier to negotiate. I'm pretty decent at negotiating, but when I got there, I realized that I suck at negotiating. But overall, amazing experience. Definitely check out Cancun. Please like this video. Check out the video about how to book your own vacation without using a travel agency, and I will see you in one of my other videos. Please like and subscribe.